Before we begin, I want to thank you very much for giving this video a chance, giving me a chance to give you my opinion on the videos that we're seeing here, because I'm out. My main goal here is to help you decide whether or not a movie is worth the money, whether it's worth your time and money to go see or buy on video. And so, as you clicked on my video, you'll see that my subscriber count is very low because I'm just starting out. I would love for you to be part of this journey. And so by giving me a chance, please become a subscriber and getting this community to grow. Anyhow, let's move. Thank you very much. And let's move on to the review of John Wick 4. John Wick 4 is actually the story I've been waiting for since the end of the second chapter, because the third one left me very unsatisfied amongst a plot that was just kind of like stale. And this is where I can say to you, thank God, this movie just rocked. I think an important aspect about this film is that it gave you a bunch of characters that you cared about. Donnie Yen plays a character in here who really shines. He is a character that actually has an arc to him, as many of the other characters do. Any of the new characters that they bring in here, so I'm thinking about 4 new characters, and they all have their arcs to them. So throughout the film, you are concerned about them. You are seeing a development that actually makes sense. They did a really good job at introducing characters and giving them something to do, something meaningful. My heart was racing in some of the scenes. And this is it. It wasn't all about John Wick. It was about other characters as well. So you're concerned about them. In a movie like this, you don't know who's going to survive. And that was one of the things that was great about it. You didn't know that the characters that are on screen are going to survive because you're becoming attached to them. So one of the things that they do to John Wick here is they show you the consequences to all of his actions up until this point. That includes the first film, the second, and the third. It starts to unravel in this story. You start to see how his choices up until now have affected other people. There's consequences in this film, and they're letting John know. And I think that was a really awesome thing to show him that he's causing people pain. He's causing innocent people pain. And what does that say? This movie was a little long, and I do think that they could have cut down on some of that action scene. So where I said that there is a lot of action scenes that actually have weight to them, have meaning to them, there's still a few fights in here that are just to dazzle the viewer, to get them excited about what they're seeing. You know, all that kung fu fighting. Some of it is very flat. Let's face it, by now, when we see 10 enemies coming towards John, we're not even afraid for his life anymore. We know he's just going to shoot through them. And then there's another 10 that show up, and then another 15 and 20. And I'm not even exaggerating with the numbers. This guy probably killed like hundreds of people in these films, and they just keep on coming and coming and coming. Near the ending, there's a fight that happens where in any other of the films, it would have been the climax, but it wasn't. And stay tuned to the end, because after you get to that, you get to what is the real climax of the film. And it is very tense, and it is very, I don't know, my heart was pounding. Stay to the end, because it was well done. The way they ended this is like, I actually dreamt about it. I actually told people about it. I said, if it ever ends this way, I would be so happy. And I can't believe that it just kind of manifests itself into the film. If they choose to not do another film after this, I think that they did a great job in concluding the whole story. However, if they do choose to continue it on, which would be awesome, I think I have an idea on how they would be able to move forward with that. So here's how I would line them up, all of the franchise so far. I think number 1 is hard to beat as being my top number 1. It was definitely unique. It was grounded. It was raw, and it had a specialness to it. I think we all agree on that. However, Number 4 is my second favorite of the franchise. Then number 2, and then like I said, number 3 is very forgettable for me. So I could watch number 1, number 2, skip 3, and number 4. You could do that. You absolutely can skip number 3. If you didn't care for number 3 like me, you can go right to number 4. I wonder if anybody, I challenge any of you to binge watch all 4 films and tell me what you think. I think anybody would be absolutely exhausted from all of that kung fu stylized stuff. So there you go. That's my view of number 4 and a bit of my view on the whole franchise as a whole. And let me know what you think of the franchise. What is your favorite film? And did you like number 4 if you go see it? I definitely highly recommend this movie. So until next time, enjoy life. Take care, and I wish you well.